Let's talk about the ViPR for a little bit. Before getting into its dynamic movements, just as a tool, a weighted tool, it's great for so many basic exercises. Standing curl, for example. All right, that engagement. We don't want any rocking around. We have standing overhead press. How about those? So you think about those basic movements of your body. I can do some squats here, maybe rack at your chest, do some basic squats, reverse lunges. How about some of those, Nicole? Beautiful. Bent over row, one of the best full body exercises for the posterior chain. Good bent over rows. All right. It even has a single handle here, so all those exercises she can turn around and do single hand. Yep. So if she wants to do a single arm row right here, she can go single arm row. Can you do a single arm curl with that? Wow. But it is, right? There is dynamic because it's how long it is, and she has to keep that in control. So a lot of basic exercises using the ViPR, what a great way to liven and make things more exciting. The ViPR is great for cylinder pulses, all right? Now this exercise not only helps the body engage and really contain energy in the small movements, but it's also a lot of control, full body control, shoulder girdle. Notice how with every little squat, she's turning this into a little bit of a space. She's going down and down this ViPR. Let's get it all the way up. Keeping that vertical, she has to use that core, otherwise it's gonna flop over. Notice how she's just so elastic with it, as if she's the trampoline. The cylinder pulse. Lateral lunge with that dynamic opposite hand reach using the ViPR is a great way not only to teach change of direction, but also to really increase that lateral fascial line, to really get a stretch in there. All right? I can make this harder just by making the ViPR heavier or make her go faster. But the idea is that I'm changing the direction and the force of the ViPR using my legs more than anything. This is the ViPR lateral lunge with dynamic reach. Guys, the ViPR is fantastic to create dynamic movements within another move. So here in the lunge, this is called an arc lunge. Notice it's a strong lunge forward, and then once she's there, she's got to get this thing up and over her head. Another very beautiful movement I like using the ViPR for its dynamicness is just a windmill, all right? What this is just a little bit of a core engagement here, all right? Brett is pushing down on the ViPR. Notice how it's up towards the front of his feet. But as he drives this away, he's cueing his body, he's helping his body get long and get low, really maximizing the hinge. Notice how he reaches up to the sky to rotate that thoracic spine. This is a ViPR windmill. I can increase the load. I can have him just actually pick up the ViPR. And now the dynamic load will be hinge the hips as he pushes the ViPR up. Great. Slide that hip over towards me, Brett. Slide that hip to me. Got the control. Now press it up to the sky. So loaded windmills here with the ViPR. Have some fun. Another great dynamic movement using the ViPR is just box squats. And when I say box, Brett's gonna draw the four sides of a box in his squat. Take your time, Brett, go slow, show me that control. That's the right side of the box, bottom of the box, left side of the box. Look at that reach over, look at that dynamic stretch. Beautiful overhead squat, I love it. The box squat using the ViPR. ViPR shoveling is just a great exercise. Not only is it going to teach you how to transfer force from left to right side, but it teaches you how to finish in power. So notice, Brett's going to lead the ViPR out, load the longer you reach, or the heavier the weight is, the more the load, and he's going to throw as if he's throwing or emptying the ViPR if it's dirt over his shoulder like a shovel. It's a power movement. Notice how he loads the right and ends in his left. Great job, great exercise for rotational athletes, power athletes, anybody just needs a great workout. ViPR flips, much like a tire flip, is going to help create some dynamic movement here for your athletes, just more fun. Let them choose a pattern to get to the end of the ViPR, but you're really trying to stand and use that stand to flip the ViPR. Okay, so yeah, maybe going with something a little bit heavier here to make sure you're really driving through the legs is key. One of the most explosive workouts we do with the ViPR is just a skater hop. Even skater hops are explosive to begin with. Change of direction, power, plyometric, agility is right here. But now with the ViPR, we add that load to really shoot up the athleticism. Notice I have the opposite hand reaching for the opposite foot, and that's where a lot of that coil comes in. So in essence, Brett's actually using the weight of this ViPR for extra engagement on his core and to help him turn that direction. Great job, baby.